Hey guys, so I know a lot of people ask for a review of my custom tool belt from Badger Tool Belts. It's custom, you know, so everything's exactly where I want it. There's not too many custom belt makers out there, and the level of craftsmanship and detail from Badger can't be touched. But I will say, I waited over 130 days for this. I was deployed overseas for over a year, and I swear, waiting for this tool belt took longer than my deployment. So, besides the wait time, which really sucked, it's awesome. Joel, who's the guy who runs Badger, the brain behind it all, he's awesome. He's a great guy. There's just not enough good things I could say about him. So, well, let's get over this belt. So, I went with a two-tone coyote brown and then the dark brown. This is just a standard carpenter set. I just had a couple things that I customized. Instead of a hammer loop back here, I just got a loop for like a screw gun or a nail gun, which is nice. But on this side, everything else is basically standard. Well, I also have I use my square and my tape on my right side because I'm a lefty, but I swing a hammer with my right hand, so I need all that stuff on the same side, which not a lot of tool belt companies do, so that's another custom feature. But, you know, got Tajima chalk line, notebook. I started carrying that. It's a really good idea to keep one. This screwdriver from Wera, it's got like every bit imaginable. Awesome. I don't know what I did without this before. Keep my awl, gotta have that. Keep a shim in there for when I'm, you know, being a badass, shimming my guard up. Got my square, tape, and right now 20-ounce East Wing, Est Wing, whatever, because I'm doing a lot of demo and I don't want to ruin my nicer hammers. Can't beat this for that kind of work. So these suspenders, I've had Diamondback tool belts, and of course with my Occidentals, I've had an Occidental tool belt. Occidental suspenders, and then just like the regular cheap ones you buy at a store. These are the best by far. Nothing even comes close. I love having the single strap in the back. They're awesome. The belt itself, he makes a wider belt. This is the thinner one. The belt is awesome. It's rigid, it has lots of support, but it's comfortable. So, and of course, fastens with a Cobra buckle, which a lot of people think it's like a tool belt thing. It's not. It comes from the military. If you're in the military, you probably know all about these things. I got a couple of like D-rings on my belt. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but just for hooking on miter clamps and other stuff like that. So up here in this top pouch, I usually keep like nails for nailing string lines and stuff like that. But I got a nail set, some 1/8" drill bits, crayon, and a line level, which I can't get out because it's stuck in there. But I started carrying a line level, and it's a great idea to have because I use it so much. So, torpedo level in there. What's great about these belts is that where you would usually keep a speed square, there's this slot here, which doesn't affect the rest of the pouch. And then the same thing, there's this slot here. You could keep stick nails in there. You could load it up. You could load it up with stick nails, and it doesn't affect you digging in these pouches for hand nails or whatever. On the back here, this is custom. I got the chisel sheath. I know it's stupid. I have this super fabric chisel sheath and I use the folding chisel, but I started using these and I can't stop. I just love them. So what I do is if I'm using it often, like I'm cutting rafters, and even though I overcut, there's still like a chunk of wood in my bird's mouth or whatever. So I'll be using this like all day. I'll just, you know, unfold it and I could stick it in there. I don't have to worry about it cutting my bags or nothing. But most of the time it just rides like that. Then of course, you know, you got your pencil slots. You got a marker in there. There's actually a bunch of slots I don't even use. There's one here, and then there's a, you know, big pouch where this rides. And then this is the best part. This cat's paw or nail bar sleeve sewn into the back of the bag. That is just awesome. Can't beat that. And then I forgot to mention I put my knife on this side, but it's got all the same pencil slots as the other side. So when overall quality of these bags, they're the best. You can't beat them. When you order a Badger tool belt, you're not just getting a custom set of Diamondbacks. They're different. And I wore Diamondbacks for over a year, and I can tell you I like these more. There's something about the way the pockets are designed. It's just, I love it. I think it's better. Everything kind of tapers. You can see it starts wide and then it tapers down. And the pockets are so easy to use, and nothing spills out of them. And they're very thin, you know. You could fit through stud bays between rafters, no problem. It sits real close to your body. But with that being said, if you're a roofer or you shoot coiled nails, you're probably going to need something else, because with these pouches being so tight to your body, it's hard to put coiled nails in here. You'll probably only be able to hold a few. So that's one thing. Or if like you're a drywall guy or a siding guy where you're constantly grabbing fasteners, you might want to look a different route. The way I get around that is, in the Army we call them dump pouches, but it's basically like a loose pouch that I just hook on here, and I will load it with drywall screws or siding nails, and I'll just grab them from there. Because usually I like to keep everything in here geared towards my stick nails for framing. But that's the one negative, is the fact that coiled nails or lots of different loose nails, you're probably going to need a different pouch. Another issue I've had with the hammer sleeve, which is an issue I didn't have with Diamondback, my hammer's been, if I bend over for a period of time, the hammer will work its way out, and I've had it fall out. Which is a big problem, like if you're on a roof, or like me, if you're installing an acrylic tub, you can't have your hammer fall out onto your material or fall off the roof. It just can't happen. With the Diamondbacks, the hammer sleeve's adjustable, and I had it at a different angle, but this one is fixed. It's sewn to the pouch, so it hangs down further. So that's one issue I have, which is why I've been trying to get Joel to make me a hammer sleeve to go back here, just a regular loop, and I need it bad, you know, because there's no other hammer loop on here. So that's my second issue. The third issue would be getting Joel to get you an order in a timely manner, because his wait time is like so far out the door, it's crazy. But other than that, it's a great tool belt, no complaints.